Ladies and gentlemen, we are live and back at it again, folks. It's Wednesday, so you know what that means. It means we got another AEW Dynamite live stream tonight. Gonna be a fun one, folks. A very interesting night. We even have a main event with a Samoan named Joe and a Rhodes, but we'll get into all that. Plus, I got a theory on this footage, and we're gonna talk all about it tonight. So strap in, strap on, grab your snacks, grab your feel good, and welcome to the Wrestling for Life Network. Let's go! Ding, ding, ding. We are live and back at it again, folks. Like I said, we are the Wrestling for Life Network. We are the channel that just does more live wrestling than anybody else out there. We are rolling. We're on 20 days in a row or something silly. But we got a full week ahead. And tonight, hump day, we put Wednesday in the books. So we'll cap it off with a little bit of AEW tonight. It's going to be fun. I see people filling up that chat already. So get in there, say hello. Don't be shy. Don't be quiet. We will take a prediction on every single match. We will talk about the footage. We will take a rating out of 10 at the end of the night. But thank you for joining us. If you haven't clicked like or subscribe yet, make sure you do so. Click that like button. Click those little hearts. Massage that algorithm for us a little bit. Showtime is in about 13 minutes. So we will be here for all the action tonight. But I will remind you, I am Mr. Evernight KJ White, the Iron Man of YouTube. The man that just doesn't know when enough is enough. Back at it again. Looking forward to talking with everybody out there to figure out everything that's going on with AEW. And I will get to that chat and say hello in a minute. But I will remind everybody we have the super chat, super stickers. So make sure you get in there. It's your way to guarantee you get picked and stand out from the crowd. Now let's talk AEW. Let's talk Dynamite tonight. The most advertised thing involved with this show tonight is the footage from All In. And I had been thinking about it all day today. A lot of people talking about Punk and what are we going to see? Is it going to be, some silly BTE style, video? Is it going to be that throwback to like when DX and HBK brought out Bret Hart after he left? What were we going to get? Are we going to get the actual footage? Now, Tony has doubled down and said, yeah, you're getting actual footage. But no point in time in this whole process has anybody, and I know we analyzed it a lot. What does this serve? What does it do for AEW? Why can't they just let it go? But then it dawned on me. At no point in time have they mentioned CM Punk. Now, they wouldn't by name, I know. And it just makes me wonder, is the trolling actually happening? And I don't know if it still has a better outcome. FTR beat the Young Bucks at All In. Is this the footage we're getting? Is it some backstage interaction between FTR and the Bucks? Is it unpunk related? Could it possibly be that social media just grabbed the ball and ran with it? The Punk interview comes out, the Adam Copeland promo happens, Dax is out there, post-show dropping promos. What if this is just everybody ran with it? Could it have nothing to do with Punk? Everybody's gone back and forth. Everybody's talked about it. A lot of people, again, debating, is it going to be silly? Is it going to be actually real? But what if it is real footage? It's just not the real footage we expect. Is that a letdown for the fans? Is that letdown for the people who are casually peeking in? Is that going to be disappointing? Will that fail to live up to some hype? If it's some FTR angle heading into Dynasty where the Bucks will meet FTR again, I don't know. We are going to find out. We are going to talk about it tonight. Like I said, we also have Samoa Joe taking on Dustin Rhodes, so that's a little bit of a quinky dink if I've ever seen one. Beyond that, what else are we getting tonight, folks? Let me know. What are you excited about on the card? Anna Jay is going to take on Why is this eluding me right now? But Mariah May? Definitely Mariah May. But yeah, so we got lots going. Yeah, see, there's so much going on this show that all I can talk about is the one topic, and the actual wrestling itself seems lost in the mix. So we will look forward to a few things here tonight. I believe we're going to hear from Swerve Strickland as well. But I will say hello to the chat. So welcome, Joe. Welcome back. Welcome back. I'm glad you got that notification. Remember, folks, click that little bell. You never know when we're going to pop up. I know myself, Anthony, and Big Nick, shout out to both them tonight. I know we're working on some things on the background, so click that little bell. You never know when you're going to get bonus content here at the channel. We got more coming your way. WrestleMania season was hectic, so we did a lot of live streams and not a lot of the other stuff, the interviews, the original content. But stay tuned because we do have some tricks up our sleeves. But yeah, so we're looking forward to that. But good to see you, Joe. Thank you for clicking that notification. C Money, looking forward to a spoiled brat throwing a temper tantrum and airing revenge porn. C Money, welcome back. Emphatic way to start your participation in the show tonight. But yeah, I mean, very interesting. The temper tantrum, I just have this feeling we're about to get duped, and people within the inner circle are going to be high-fiving like, oh, we got everybody. This is so good. But I think it might have an adverse effect on the fan base. I think it might have an adverse reaction. I don't think people are going to be overly content if they are swerved here tonight. And not Strickland. C Money's also looking forward to Dustin finishing his story. That's adorable. Never been the world champ until now. Now, remember, tonight is only an eliminator match. So I hate it where you got to beat the champ to beat the champ. I don't like it. Or to face the champ for the belt. If you beat the champ, you should get the belt. That's my opinion on that. But yeah, very interesting. Oh, that's right. Adam Copeland and Penta. That was on the thumbnail, wasn't it? I'm looking forward to this match. For what it is, I know it's a out of left field booking. It's a nothing booking. But it's for the mid-card title. I don't mind the open challenges. Can't really criticize it too much. And I actually think Copeland and Penta are going to put on a good show. I really hope they do. So looking forward to that as well. So you're not wrong, Damien. Good to see you. C Money, I've already clicked on you a couple times. So Dro, welcome back. Sap, good to see you. Wow, that's emphatic. I don't understand Joe versus Dustin title eliminator match. That is the main event tonight. Yes. We all understand, I think, why it's happening. Again, a little bit funny, a little bit of a coincidence. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. But no, I think here with this situation, it doesn't make sense. Like, where does Dustin rank on your in your company's ranking system? Has he earned? Is he at the top of the chart to get this number one contender opportunity? I don't know, but they're doing it. All in footage. Good to see you, Bonkers. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Kai, I'm just going to say, oh, Fleming. There you go. Okay, Fleming. All the young folks go to do is put some fake footage out on CM Punk. So that's it. I mean, again, I think what we have here is three potential options as we're about 6 minutes away. Three potential options here for this footage. Is it going to be the actual footage? Is it going to be something stupid like a BTE skit? Or is it completely unpunk related? And do any of those feel like a W for AEW? Does anybody out there think that they're going to do something really cool here? That it's really going to have an impact? I don't know. Good to see you, Roddy. Welcome back. I'm glad you're ready. Eric, Dro, Kevin, good to see you. I hope you're doing well, sir. He is doing well. That's great. Bonkers, good to see Robert. See, I'm pathetic. Will be exposed tonight. Okay, so let's go with this. And welcome back, Robert. I love that you bring this up, and I will continue on this chat. So keep chatting away, folks. But here's my question to everybody listening to me right now. It's simple. As far as, let's say it comes out that CM Punk is a raving lunatic. He's the cancer they accused him of being. He's in a blind rage. He's strangling everybody. He's kicking cats and choking Tony and headbutting everybody he can see except Joe because he's got a coconut, right? Let's say that is the truth tonight. It's exposed. Wild man, CM Punk, running amok in London. What impact does that have on anything? What impact does that have on AEW? What does that help AEW? Does it hurt Punk? Is Punk going to get fired from the WWE? Is Punk going to get pulled from his rivalry with Drew McIntyre? Is Punk going to, what? Let's say worst case scenario. It is everything the Young Bucks skid marks are hoping it is. Let's say it is. What comes of it? Why does that matter? That is my question. So CM Punk is kind of being a tool to Drew and a dumbass. Tony Khan is going to release the video so people can hate Punk. All WWE has to do is turn Punk heel and the video and the fan. There you go. So another perfect example. Let's say somehow this video goes viral and the WWE universe turns on Punk. Again, are you going to fire him? Are you going to let him go? You know he had issues there. People backstage in WWE probably know the full story. So that becomes the question. And again, I don't know. And to tease the footage all, for the last few days since Saturday, I don't know. I mean, again, if it's not something of substance, is it going to piss people off? Good to see you, see money. I think I've said hi to you like 6 times. Hard to see how this benefits AEW at all, aside from possible ratings bump, which obviously is an unrepeatable stunt. So unless TK can sink another hook into the IWC tonight, who cares? Yeah, unless he has like a whole collection of videos that he's going to release on a weekly. And again, if you open the show with it, does the viewership just disappear after getting what they want, or at least getting what they tuned in for? Maybe not the result they want, but definitely, they could tease it throughout the show, maybe release it later in the show, maybe helps the ratings. I don't know. Can't wait to see Tony Khan make a fool of himself tonight. Now, I will say this to the fan base. I do not think we are going to, this is Tony Khan driven. The Young Bucks are doing this. The Young Bucks are going to put out the video and discuss it. That's what it is. So don't get your hopes up on Tony Khan being, visible part of this. However, yeah, I mean, he's still going to be in the same boat if this goes poorly for him, which I don't know how it doesn't. Can't wait to see Tony Khan and the Young Bucks throw a tantrum. It'll be interesting. Jack Perry will show up and Dustin Rhodes is going to win the AEW title. Dustin can't win the AEW title. Throw that out there. 2, I do think Jack Perry's on his way back. Whether it's today, whether it's next week, whether it's Saturday, Jack Perry joining forces with the Bucks. It just screams Tony Khan. It screams the booking we're used to. As we got about 2 minutes. But I think that Jack Perry coming back in the fold. We saw it when Punk left the first time. We had a Colt Cabana match just because people think it's funny. So yeah, Jack Perry sooner than later, I think he'll be back in the fold. I know he's with New Japan this Friday, so that will be interesting. This footage better be building the FTR versus the Young Bucks for Dynasty. Now, that's my thought. I really think you're onto something there, Damien. That's what I talked about to kick off the show tonight. Could it really be, some type of something between FTR and Young Bucks? Nothing to do with Punk, nothing to do with Jack Perry. And then the Bucks and Tony and Jericho and whoever else can sit around and chuckle because, we got him. We got him. I figure Jack Perry's coming back. I'm with you. Katsy, good to see you. Juan, wow. I'm fired already. This news took away from all the hype of Raw and NXT after Mania. No, it didn't. No, Juan. Let's be real. Look at the numbers that WWE is doing right now. Nobody tuned out WWE programming for AEW. That's I cannot agree with Sir. Cody winning, Cody, even on Raw, the whole thing between Cody and Triple H. Yeah, no, we're good. And NXT cooked last night. So, yeah, I can't help but disagree with that, my friend. But, folks, I am going to wrap it fire through a few more names before I get the start of the show. I see over 120 people here with me right now. Get in that chat. Again, don't be quiet. Don't be shy. I will get to your messages. Remember, we have the super chats and super stickers to guarantee you get clicked on or become a member. Be a member, tell a member, and the show will be starting momentarily. So, said hi to Chatsy. Who else we got in this chat tonight? Eric, good to see you. Absurd, welcome back. Safid, always a pleasure. AJ, what's good? Love it, love it, love it. Jay West, welcome back. Easy Bake, welcome back. Bam. Easy Bake again. Good to see you, Bam a Beard. I think I got Sap. Marshall, it's going to be a twist, and people will shit on the segment after. Yeah, I think they've painted themselves in a corner, and I don't know if there's a non-shitty way to get out of it, Marshall. I'm with you, man. I think no matter what they do tonight, it's not a good look. What's up? What's up? What's up, Richard Jr. Brandon? Good to see you. Good to see you. Your beard is looking great tonight. Thank you, sir. Thank you. I appreciate it. It's always a little fluffy, so I appreciate the love. For by the way, we will talk about that a little bit. Safit, maybe remind me as we move through the show. I rambled so much about CM Punk and the Bucks and the footage, but remind me, they did have to move venues. I've heard reports, for multiple different reasons, but again, another with everything you think you get from WWE right now, all the records and all the hubbub, and we did this and we sold that and we did this. The news coming out of AEW is not a whole lot of celebratory news. It's releases, it's the footage, it's a whole bunch of things, including this, that just don't sound great. Alexis, good to see you. Welcome back. Welcome back. Who else do I got in this chat? Richard Jr. Gotcha. Jason, Nikki Q, St. Tony Clown, Brother Fluff Salisbury. Howdy. Dude, we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. I'm jazzed. All the little teasers for Howdy. We'll see what Friday brings. But man, am I excited for what they're going to do here. Especially, like I said earlier this week. After watching the Bray documentary, I think this has got a lot of potential to be a really an amazing thing. Jay West, good to see you. Rocco, welcome back. Kyle, Mega, Roddy, Stone Bones. I like it. I like it. At work, so tuning in to stay updated. I think either way, tonight will be an interesting night for AEW. Absolutely. And I mean, we've talked a lot about the footage and such. There are some interesting things at play as far as the matches go. So, yeah, again, every Wednesday we tune in. We're optimistic. We're hopeful. I remind everybody, a lot of us are AEW fans, even though it might not sound like it at times. JV, good to see you. Matt Stuba, you. Andy, good to see you. AJH3. Matthew Childs, Bash 8. I think the show is starting any minute, or I'm behind. Oh, I'm definitely behind. One sec. Ladies and gentlemen, the show is kicking off. We're getting ready to roll. I'm going to continue getting into this chat, so make sure you're there for all of it, folks. What is that? But all right. Hello, Derek. How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Welcome back. I see so many names. Keep it coming, folks. Joe for the win. Joe for the win. So yes, get your predictions in. Let me know who you taking, who you got, what's going on, how you feeling about tonight. How's your Wednesday going? Oh, okay. What did I miss? Joe versus the table. Joe won. Now we're going to footage. Yeah, no, I just caught up. I had to reset some shit. But Dreadmore. We'll see, Toy. Let's go. Daniel, good to see you. Luigi, welcome back. Love it. Pal, I see you in there as well. And like I said, I'm going to try and get to more of these comments as we're rolling through. Right now, I'm getting a replay of Trent turning on Orange Cassidy. What was my favorite moment of Dynamite last week? I had been hoping, I had been praying, I had been begging for Trent to turn. Ever since Trent shaved his head, I've been all for this turn of Trent, and we finally got it. Pretty childish. Ooh, me? No. Dustin Rhodes, crybabies. There we go. There we go. We want Dustin. Now we're outside of Orange Cassidy's room. Renee's giving a little synopsis, and we're looking at the ceiling. Let's go. Why are we looking at the ceiling, folks? Did the cameraman fall down? Swerve attacked Joe to start the show. Thank you, guys. I had a bit of a technical delay. So, yeah, let me know. So, right out of the gate, Swerve jumps on Joe. So, I guess we're not getting that match, or we're saving that match for later. As here comes Penta. Will MJF ever be back in AEW? Yes. AJH3. I think it's like, I know a lot of people were talking. Maybe he'd be at Mania. Maybe he would. I truly believe he's under contract to AEW, and they will have him back. I don't know. Mixed reports. Some people are saying up till 9 months out. He might not be back till the fall. I don't know. Tonight will draw big numbers for AEW, and it will only prove one thing. Punk is still the biggest draw. Facts. And again, even if this video isn't about Punk, if it's somehow an FTR Young Bucks angle, and that's the big haha got you, it's the potential it could have been something about Punk sold the eyes to your screen, period. How do they book Jack Perry when he returns? Put him with the Young Bucks. Let him be a miserable, bratty little heel, which he kind of is in real life. Let him be his whiny, sniveling, spoiled self. And that's it. Find some good baby faces for him to shit on with the help of the Elite. And here comes Rated R, Adam Copeland. Dun, dun, dun. This won't go well. I don't know. They didn't open the show with it, at least. So they're trying to hold that number. But your TNT champion almost wipes out. We almost lost Edge on the ramp. Even if the footage showing Punk going ape shit, people will just make a meme out of it and make him more popular. Facts. And again, I asked this question and I see a lot of people here. So make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe and massage that algorithm, folks. And if you have those little hearts on your screen, feel free to click on a few. But with all that being said, that has been my question since I opened the show tonight. Even if it's worst case scenario for Punk, he's running around like a madman. What impact will it have? What benefit to AEW does that serve? And what detriment to Punk does that serve? That's my question. That's what I don't get this. And if it isn't Punk footage, Punk related, then I think you're going to let the air out of everybody, including your fan base. Because I have to imagine there's a big portion of the AEW diehard fan base that is eager. Yeah, show it. Prove us right. Just like our buddy Robert in the chat. Expose Punk. But if that's not it, are you going to kind of bother everybody? But we are about to get the ding, ding, ding on this match, folks. So make sure you get your predictions in. Who you taking, Penta? I almost said TNT. Penta or Adam Copeland, our old buddy Edge, Mr. Raw cheerleader for the AEW contingent last week, right into a mask. Good to see you, Danny. How are you? Daniel's back with us. Good to see you. Definitely feeling a little Iron Man-ish as of late, sir. But I think the channel's going to take a little bit of a pause on the weekend. But we definitely appreciate you being here. Swerve Attack Joe, thank you for that one. Got that. Zero Meadow. Here we go. Thank you, GSP. Penta El Shark Boy for the win. Really? Blue Penta, yes. See, another mistake should be Copeland versus Black for the title at the pay-per-view, but we're getting a pointless trios match instead. I can't disagree with that, Rocco. I think we've talked a lot about the House of Black. We've talked a lot about Malachi Black needing more singles matches. I think he's had maybe one singles match in like 300 plus days. I don't understand what the issue there is. I really don't. But at the end of the day, we will see how this works out. My preference, it was kind of like with Revolution. I thought the I Quit match should have been at Revolution. Sure, great moment in Toronto, but it would have really helped that pay-per-view. Now, if you give us Edge versus um, Malachi with nothing but a build for the last 2-3 weeks into Dynasty, you could really sell us on that match. Overrated Penta. Oh, I like my boy Penta. Come on now. Come on. Blue Penta. KJ, are you excited for Jey Uso versus Damian Priest? I'm very intrigued by it. Again, it's kind of unique in the sense of not kind of the names you expect, but I think they have a really good chance of doing something fun with these two. So I'm all for it. There is history there, but yeah, I don't mind it at all. I really don't. It's nice to get new bookings, like having two guys that haven't fought over a title yet. It's nice to have that, in my humble opinion. Edge for the win. Punk's his own detriment. He can't help but let go either. He was taking shots at Osprey and the all-in tattoo he got for no reason other than get Tony's craw. Daniel, I don't know how accurate that is. And I mean, I said it at WrestleMania. WrestleMania goes off the air on Sunday night, and one of the last things we saw was Cody Rhodes and CM Punk standing in the middle of the ring, that world title in the air. I mean, he's doing okay. And all the reports outside of some silliness from Booker T is all about his positivity, his energy. We see him sitting down with Randy Orton and they're talking about their past beefs and hugging it out. By the way, we're in picture. And Penta's in control. But we see all this good, but people don't want to believe it because he's had a checkered past. I don't know. I think this man really wants to leave an indelible mark on wrestling. I think he wants to be in WWE beyond actively in the ring. And I think he's doing everything he can. Yeah, sure. But if he makes those little pot shots, I can't fault him for it. We saw, Carry On My Wayward Son was a shot at him. Doing the mocking the buckshot lariats in a match. The victory lap. There was a lot of, I even said, like, Colt Cabana gets booked in a match with Jericho. He took his fair share of trolling. He ate a lot of shit from the other camp. A couple pokes back during an interview. I got no problem with that. Good evening, Brandon. How you doing? And we are still in picture in picture. Yo, hit that like button. Let's go. I got 175 hanging out with us tonight. If you haven't hit that like button yet, make sure you do so. Become part of the family. Become part of the Wrestling Utopia. That is the Wrestling for Life Network. We are the channel that just watches more live wrestling than anybody else out there. And we have more coming your way, more members content, more. I think we're going to revamp the emojis, but we got so much we're working on. So we got some original content coming your way, some bonus stuff. We're going to switch up our programming a little bit. So out of 175, 178, I should see 178 thumbs clicked on the outside. And I want to see 178, let's say 100 new subscribers. Let's go. We are still in our drive for 5, by the way, as we want to get to 5K as soon as possible, folks. But still in picture. Copeland not doing his full entrance tells me that the building is half empty. I don't know what the numbers are for tonight, Corey. If any of the fact checkers want to throw that in the chat. I don't know how many tickets they sold for this particular one. But again, that was one of Punk's sentiments. I know it rubbed people the wrong way, but if you want to get a 5-star match in front of a couple thousand people, yay. If you want to stand in the middle of, the ring and with the champion at WrestleMania in front of 70,000 plus, I think we're good. Maribel, you thick? CM Punk will be fine. I'm thick, yes. Very. Pause. But CM Punk, he's fired. No, he's not going to be fired. He's fine. There will be nothing. The WWE is fully aware, and I'm sure when he sat down with Triple H, they had a conversation about it. Plus, people know people talk. I guarantee you, this will have no detrimental impact to Punk if this footage is even about Punk. It won't. It won't be a thing. As Adam Copeland with the head scissors, we're back from picture in picture. And if you haven't guessed at who's going to win, let me know. Let me know. I hope there wasn't a wrist injury during the Mariah May Anna Jay match. I hope there isn't. I got you. It took me a second, pal, but we'll pause on that. Michael, good to see that narrative's getting tired. Taylor Khan did it to himself. The EVPs did it to themselves, and the company deserves criticism it gets. I'm with that. Absolutely. And as far as I know from the reports I've read, and again, I'm not there. I'm just guessing. I'm just hanging out with you guys, shooting the shit. But it did seem like when Punk came back, there was an attempt to talk to Kenny. There was an attempt to do business because they could have turned it into the biggest business this company has ever done. Like, I'm not going to be naive right now. I see the numbers in our chat, and I have to feel like some part of that number is because we're talking CM Punk, because the footage might be a thing tonight. People are intrigued. People are interested. Yeah, they'll pop a number. But what happens next week? Especially if this is a dud, right? If this turns into Bugs Bunny just hitting the bullet on the way by, we got a problem. CMP still has his bag. Facts. He still has that belt in the bag. This match is good. By the way, is it good restroom break? That's not nice. I read that wrong, Roddy. I should have read the full thing before complimenting you. Bimbo. AEW is needed for pro wrestling, but they're ruining their brand by taking time away from TV with the Punk stuff every week. Listen, I completely agree with you. And like I have told people a dozen times on this channel, I started doing this because of AEW, because of what Tony Khan brought to the table, because people out there didn't like AEW coming into the scene, and I wanted to counter the Jim Cornettes of the world. Now, a couple years later, the company has evolved to a place where on some nights people accuse me of sounding like Jim Cornette. So it is a very interesting thing, but I do not want AEW to go away. The criticisms that come from the fan base, like myself, are simply because we want better. It was better once upon a time. We want to go back to the AEW where the arenas were full. People were losing their mind. It was cool. It was hip. It was new. It was exciting. Wrestlers we didn't really know of or hadn't been exposed to. Again, new energy, new attitude, but it's just they've been in their own way. They've made a lot of mistakes, as a young company would. Oh, by the way, time out. Nobody in the chat pointed out the countdown to the Young Bucks, 19 minutes and 4 seconds. Anybody else talking about this? I'm rambling so much I missed it. AEW has great matches, but people just hate on it for no reason without giving it a chance. Taylor, that is not accurate. And I will speak. Wow. Penta up and over. Both men down on the floor. Taylor, completely inaccurate. Like I just said, I started this channel because I was a fan of AEW. I liked what AEW was doing. I had kind of given up on wrestling until AEW had resurfaced or had surfaced. I was really excited about what it brought to the table, and I was a solid fan. We've been here live for a lot of their shows. We don't miss a minute. And at the end of the day, we're just being honest, and there's been a lot of chance there. But you know what? With no stories, with bad booking, with infighting, with politics, with, over worrying about the world around you, that's what gets you in trouble. You watch the ticket sales dwindle. You watch the merch sales go down. You watch the ratings dip. We've given it a chance, and we're still here giving it a chance. But we are definitely being honest about what the mistakes it's making. And if you're going to be the show that just gives us good wrestling, the wrestling better be good. As Adam Copeland beats the count, gets into the ring. CM Punk's still real AEW champion. Facts. It's CM Punk's fault. Also, Punk could have said nothing last Monday. Then this wouldn't be a thing. I disagree with that too. I'm going to be fine with that. He went on an interview, and Tony actually sat down with Ariel as well. Tony refused to answer shit. Tony refused to give straight answers, be open, be honest, wanted to dodge everything. It was one of the most awkward interviews I've ever heard. I think at the end of the day, he just answered honestly. And he even said, if you hate me, just leave me alone. Wrestling needs Rich Marks. Facts. Are you interested in Okada versus Pac at Dynasty? Yes, I am. Be a big test for Okada and Pac as well, because we haven't got a lot of Pac. He's been so in and out, back and forth, up and down. I like both guys. I really hope they deliver. I wish Okada wasn't necessarily tied to the Bucks. That could be a factor here, but I am looking forward to that match. But folks, we are back in picture. So our second one, and Penta is in control right now. The chat is on fire. Keep it coming. Keep it coming. I will get to as many as possible. Remember, we have the super chats. It is your way to guarantee that you get seen, and it shows a little bit of love for the channel, a little bit of support, helps us pay for some of these pay-per-views and all the extra stuff. So thank you. But don't forget, we do have that. But thank you ahead of time, apparently. But let's see what else we got in this chat here. Do you think TK will actually hold out Mercedes from wrestling until Double or Nothing? Looks like money wasted and not worth the investment. I got a couple issues with that. One, I think if they were contractually able to debut her at Revolution, it might have been better than Big Business. It might have been a bigger pop. It might have been a better crowd. Especially with that many people. What they have, 16,000 at Revolution. But they held her back. They wanted to do this big event, big business. It was kind of like medium business, but that's okay. That's okay. And then, now to come out and say, well, I'm going to fight the champion at Double or Nothing. What happened to the ranking system? Shouldn't she have to win a couple matches and work her way up the ladder? And technically and truthfully, if we're saving her all the way till Double or Nothing for a match with Willow Nightingale, yeah, it's not the best return on your investment. If you're going to bring her in and make her the highest paid woman in wrestling history, you send her right at the top. You send her right after your champ. You put her at the top of the perch. You make her the queen of the whole division. You make her the CEO. But you're putting her in a mid-card Ring of Honor-ish. I don't like it. I don't like it. But maybe that's just me, folks. We're still in commercial. All right. Thank you, Nick B. We appreciate the love. Can't thank you enough for the support. We appreciate anybody even tuning in for more than a second. Thank you for sticking around. And as I say, we are the channel that just watches more live wrestling than everybody else out there. No footage yet has been shown. No, we got a countdown clock. So they are actually giving us a Young Bucks countdown to footage clock. Last time I checked, we should be around 15, 16 minutes away. So it looks like they're, being strategic about it, but they're definitely using it to their advantage. I don't know. Do you think the countdown clock hurts them? Where people tune in, see the countdown clock, and then leave and wait the 20 minutes? Dun, dun, dun. All right, who else we got? I see a lot of new faces. Maribel, J-Boy, welcome back. Rick, I see Chair. We got 200. We're sitting on 200, folks. Think we can get that to 300 tonight? Be a friend, tell a friend, take this link right now, share it with your wrestling community. See if we can hit the 300 tonight. I'm being greedy, folks. All right, reversal into the corner. By the way, Penta and Adam Copeland still going toe-to-toe. Crowd's a little quiet. Match is gone. Not bad. Ooh, flat. Like AEW brought me back to wrestling, but they started going downhill when Tony took sole control of creative. The pivot, and I appreciate that kid, or Revos. For me, this match sucks. The match is a little flat. I'm not going to lie. But back to the original question, I really felt like something switched when Triple H took over, when they got Vince McMahon out. And I listened to, I think it was Conan, actually, and he had a very good point. When AEW first showed up, they were going up against a lazy, distracted old man in Vince McMahon. The product was stale. The product sucked. The product wasn't delivering. So Tony didn't have a whole lot of competition in that way. They were exciting. They were signing everybody left, right, and center. As Penta gets to the ropes, match continues. But it felt like when the handoff happened and WWE picked up their game, Tony didn't have any game. He had no more big surprise pops. He had no more tricks up his sleeve, and it felt like he spent more time worrying about WWE than his own product, and it started to taper off. 2023 was not a great year for AEW. 2024 has not been an amazing year for AEW. What are their big moments? What are the big things that, like, oh my God, I can't believe AEW did this in 2024? We're here every week watching the shows. They're hit and miss. I think we've had 2 really impressive shows in 2024, and we're in April. I got Easter before I got 3 really good AEW shows in 2024. Think about that. But that was a sloppy transition, but Copeland gets crossface. Penta looked to be going for the arm breaker, but reversed. Be willfully ignorant to a problem doesn't make the problem go away. Facts. Ignorance is no excuse. Spam Goody. Funny how AEW basically started to prove they could sell out a big arena. Now they struggle to do it very often. Well, again, I think that if they had booked a Wembley size venue in the USA, in the States, they might have had a little bit of trouble pulling it off. I don't know if I'm wrong on that, but I don't know if they would have filled the building in the States. You know, it was the perfect storm. You book Wembley, it's in the UK, they're wrestling crazy, they never get AEW. Great, but we said it while they were booking All In. The domestic numbers were declining. And I guess Tony's okay with it. If not, he's got to address it. Both men on the apron, crowd trying to wake up a little. This match is still going. Yes, this match is still going. Penta setting up. Package pile driver. Nope. It's just really slow. Love your show. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Matthew. Appreciate the love. Jones is one of those people. There you go. Booking storylines, the stars that are pushed and not pushed. You push the wrong people at the wrong times. You again, the lack of storylines. We saw it with WrestleMania, guys. I mean, the storytelling we got at WrestleMania was beautiful. I mean, it was hard pressed to find people that shat on it about any aspect of it. Like the long-term storytelling, the short-term storytelling, so much was built around the stories. Oh, as Edge spears Huntez, and the match continues. Tony Khan is a 3-14 so far. 3-14 in 2024. This could be the worst year for AEW. Could be. And again, I don't want it to be. I want to tune in on Wednesdays with you guys and just mark out. I want to pop. I want to be jazzed by everything. This match is struggling. Mercedes has done nothing to endear herself to the locker room, as she has her own locker room. Sam, I don't know. Again, I saw that reported. It is what it is with Mercedes. See, and again, she should dig into it. For me, she's a heel. Last week, Willow was the babyface. Mercedes comes out and acted like a complete heel. Mercedes pitching to her own video package about how awesome she is. Heel move. Felt like Mr. Perfect. Watch this video about how perfect I am. That's what Sasha's doing. And we saw it with Saraya. The arm breaker. I think we're getting This Is Awesome chance. Paul, I see it, man. 218. Let's see if we can hit 300 tonight. We are cooking. People want to know. I'm waiting for the update clock. This might go to fucking time limit. Spear. Never mind. But we appreciate everybody tuning in right now. Adam Copeland is still your TNT champion. A long match. Not a terrible match. Not the most exciting match. But a decent match overall. And Adam Copeland with the W. But I appreciate seeing 200 plus with us right now. Like I said, can we get it to 300 by the end of the show? Let's see. Did you see the -1? Yes, absolutely. Cody and -1 have this really great relationship. He was there last year at WrestleMania. came back this year. I think there was pictures going around of Negative One's birthday. I think it was at Disney or such. So yeah, absolutely. I liked the match a lot, but way too long. Wasn't a bad match. It felt just a bit slow in spots. I liked it. Don't get me wrong. I liked it. I swear to God, AEW is a cult. Oh, lights out, lights out. Malachi. Julia. Well, we know. Oh, Brody from behind. Brody King jumping Copeland. Copeland in the corner. That was an awkward boot. Storytelling in AEW versus or WWE versus AEW is poetry versus choose your own adventure. It's like a pop-up book, Bama. I always say it's pop-up book storytelling. 200 in the chat. Let's fucking go. Keep growing. Get yourself a soda. That's the plan. And here comes Willow. But where's Malachi? But yeah, no, we appreciate it. I keep saying it. I see 227. Let's get to 250. Let's get to 250. Oh, Willow got kind of missed it. She sort of got missed it. Brody up and over. Somebody said something. KJ, do you think Thunder Rosa will dethrone Tony Storm? I don't. As I see here right now, I don't think that's going to be the case. Now, so everybody goes their separate ways as Julia Hart will face Willow. Willow kind of got misted, so that's interesting. The biggest storyline was Sting. Their biggest storyline last year was the Devil, and that was voted by their fans, for the most part, the shittiest one ever. Oh, goody! Hook! Now, Jericho has a t-shirt that says Lion Hook. That makes me throw up in my mouth just a little bit. What are we doing? Hook. Jericho's like, can I get the two quietest guys on the roster? I want to do all the talking. Who are the two quietest guys we got? This angle, this shit that Jericho's doing right now, and I've been public about it, it is hot garbage. And when we talk about AEW getting better, growing, being an improved product, you have to stop using fucking Jericho like this. He is killing me. Crowd still silent. Julian Brody, yep. No, I'm okay. Like, I mean, again, they're trying to build it, but if it's going to be a six-man, you think more people would have been involved in that situation. Just guessing. This whole shit that I'm like your leader, your mentor is bullshit. If they really show the footage, I'm done with AEW. This is not necessary. Fair enough, Rick. Now, here's my question. If they implied they were going to show the footage for a few days, and then they show completely different footage, would that upset you as well? Or would you just prefer that? I'm curious. What's up, Daniel? How you doing? How you doing? I feel like somebody in the chat said I just subscribed, and I wanted to say thank you. But if you just subscribed, thank you. We are pushing to 5K, folks, as we are setting up Jericho, Shibata, Hook, taking on Shane Douglas Promotions, looking for Shane Douglas. Shane Taylor. I've been listening to too much ECW lately. You're not. You're choosing to ignore the glaring issues. Friendly debate. I like it. I'm down for Adam Copeland versus Malachi Black. I would be more than happy with that. The slow part's coming from no story. That's part of it, right? There's no intensity between the two guys. Just ends up being a series of moves. Okay, put on a decent match. Dun, dun, dun. Jericho's boring. Jericho's beyond boring. But he's like annoyingly boring. He's like the guy at the party that thinks he's funny, Everyone out there have a friend or an uncle that, like, a few drinks in, they think they're like the coolest guy in the room and won't shut the fuck up. That's Jericho. It's awful. Absolutely awful. Oh, there we go. There we go. KJ, who would you like to see dethrone Timeless Tony for the AW Women's Championship? Again, it might not be my preference, but if I was Tony Khan, uh, Mercedes Monet would have that belt sooner than later. I don't know what. Oh, but by the way, we're in the footage. Okay. Oh, okay, that wasn't the actual. They're just Okay. I looked up and there was all in going on. I'm like, oh shit. Up next, ladies and gentlemen. As I am in a commercial break right now. All right. Next week we probably going to be Willow and do a mixed tag, maybe. I don't know. I don't want that if I'm being honest. Okay. I hope not. Rick Roll Rocco Rick 8 p.m. All right. There you go. Thank you. I would love to see Deanna dethrone Tony. I'm a big fan of Deanna. I'm a big fan of Taya Valkyrie. Again, I think we've said this. There is talent there. It's just how are you presented? How are you going to be used? I don't know. I mean, at the end of the day, if you're going to bring Sasha Banks in and pay her the money you're paying her, then you have to utilize her like a superstar, like a big goddamn deal. I don't think they are. And the fact that you're going to say, well, I'm going to fight for the title, the TNT title, or the TBS title, sorry, in a few weeks at the other pay-per-view. I don't get it. Penta says call him Papa Smurf. But we are in a commercial break right now, ladies and gentlemen. I will take a second to remind everybody out there, thank you for joining us. We are back at it tomorrow for TNA Impact. It's going to be a fun one. We get a monsters ball between PCO and Big Con. Friday, the SmackDown After Mania, if you will be live. We will be here for that. And then we keep rolling on. We got more wrestling coming your way. We're heading into Dynasty. We're also heading into Rebellion. Friday, we're going to take a peek in at New Japan, Windy City Riot. Lots of big names on that card. It coincides with SmackDown, so we will be here for that on Friday. So if you haven't hit like yet, what are you waiting for? If you haven't hit subscribe yet, please do so. And if you're feeling froggy, take that link, share it with your wrestling community, be a friend, tell a friend, as we are trying to blow up, trying to hit 5K. We're just over 2 years old, past 1 million views, and we thank you for all being a part of it. As I got the new Ring of Honor champion with the old Ring of Honor champion, as Mark Briscoe and Eddie Kingston are here. So now, okay, Edge, Willow, Bibbins, no stat. Okay, so we got a winded Copeland talking to his team. Where were they? I don't know if you saw, he says to them. Mark and Eddie are in the back talking to Renee. And Ed says, I don't know if you saw what just happened to me. Are you telling me even the wrestlers in catering aren't watching? Collision and Battle of the Belts this Saturday. Yes. Yes, Damien. We probably won't be here. This is about to be terrible. I'm here for it. Boston, good to see you. Yeah, I'm curious. I want to watch. I'm here to watch CM Punk. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. So this like Adam Copeland's been on the show, all of it. Bibbins, yeah, this is awkward. What a weird ending to that whole situation. Sasha's Snoop Dogg's cousin. Yeah, and we saw Snoop on at Mania, so very interesting. Oilers game. Yeah, getting down to the wire. And listen, I'm going to say this because he's not here and I don't want to hear it. But we here at the Wrestling for Life Network have a fantasy hockey league, and I dominated it this year. And then, like the Leafs, I shit the bed in the playoffs. So, big shout out to Dustin and Nick, who are in the finals. And sorry, James, but I'm about to put a hurting on you because I'm mad about last week. But yeah, we got the Young Bucks. All right, folks, what's it gonna be? Oh, so that's what they did announce? That's ridiculous. Mark Briscoe was the hottest when he first signed. 100%, AJ. 100%. They wasted a little bit of time. And again, Ring of Honor getting buried on WrestleMania weekend wasn't my favorite choice by Tony Khan. Okay. Can I please get more of this AEW? That's not true. So they're saying people were saying that whoever won between FTR and Box would be the greatest tag team of this generation. I think that's inaccurate. They brought up the scapegoat. Oh, talking about Jack Perry. Woo! Here we go. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, wait. The other individual tried to make the whole show about himself. This individual happens to be good friends with FTR. Maybe FTR were behind the whole thing. What the fuck? Yeah. You can't create rumors and public somebody on a public forum. Another little dig. So basically, they lost to FTR at All In because they were distracted by what happened with the scapegoat and the name not to be named. They couldn't hydrate, they couldn't pray. This is fucked up, guys. Wouldn't New Day and the yeah, that's a conversation for another day, Marvin. But yeah, no, they think they're greater than they are. That's their problem. Say they're saying we need an asterisk next to the FTR victory. That's not nice. We don't use that. That's there's two F words we don't use around here, Mary Bell. This is fucked. This is fucking not great. Oh, here it is. There's Jack Perry. There's Joe. There's Punk. We're getting the actual footage. This is so crazy. Oh, okay. So far, as Punk described, what is happening? We all do, William. This is crazy. What the Young Bucks are doing. So there you go. CM Punk pushes him and then grabs him. So definitely the aggressor for whatever Perry said. Now Punk's yelling. Punk's pissed off. This is just watching silent TV. And what is the point? Okay. Okay. And was getting knocked out by him. The Bucks have balls? No, they don't. No, they don't. If they had balls, they would have turned this into business. If they have balls, they would have done this when the man was in the company. If they have balls, they would have manned up. There's no way you're giving the Bucks any fucking kudos for this. This is asinine. Jack Perry runs away like a little girl. So basically, here's the footage of a guy that no longer works here getting in a scrap. I want to hear what the commentators say. Tony Schiavone looks appalled. And here comes FTR. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the footage is out there. When do we start canceling CM Punk? Yeah, Jeff Hardy might have been there. I didn't see. But I feel like it went exactly like Punk described. We got in each other's face. Tony looks disgusted. So what did that accomplish, ladies and gentlemen? I got 240 people here. What did that accomplish? Hey, even Wheeler wants to know. WCW, my guy. 100%. We are too. So right now, Wheeler's in the ring with Dax, and he's saying everything I think the fans are. Yeah, he did. He put him in a front choke. Bart Simpson. But again, what do you accomplish? That was dumb. Let's go. Get in that chat. We got almost 260 people. I want to know what you guys are thinking. Guys, girls, everybody. Punk. Yeah, I don't get it. Help me. Somebody help me. Copeland Studio. Welcome. Randolph, I see so many new faces. Make sure you hit like and subscribe, folks. There you go. So FTR getting some pops. Called the Bucks bitches. Let me know. Get in that chat. I'm afraid for my life. Where was that footage? Where was the moment that Tony was terrified? Well, at least the chat is hot tonight. Like and subscribe while you're at it. Let's go. Get in there. Remember, if I'm not clicking on your chat, it's busy. We got the super chats for you. That was Tony was scared. I guess. It proves that AEW is really that desperate for ratings. Capone, I'm with you, buddy. I have to see it first, but your reaction is telling me it was bad. It was everything I expected to be. They got face to face. They ran each other like they looked like they were arguing. Punk gave him a two-handed push and then locked in a fucking a rear naked choke. That's it. Actually, it was a front face lock. Let me be accurate. I don't want to misquote myself. But that's it. They tied it into the Bucks lost to FTR because this happened. But what did they accomplish? I want to see how Dave Meltzer spins this bullshit. FTR on it. I like what FTR is doing right now, by the way. No punch, push. No punch, push. Push, choke. Punk has always been thin-skinned. I have no idea what Jungle Boy said, so I can't make an honest opinion. 100%. You know he said something, though. Tony Schiavone looks so beside himself. Can you bring back Jack Perry? He looked like a I think they're going to. I think Jack Perry helps the Young Bucks win the tag titles. I predicted months ago the Bucks were going to win the titles. I was wrong. Tony TK for some reason felt that Sting should leave tag team champion. So the Bucks are going to win this tag team match. The Bucks are going to win at Dynasty. Jungle Boy's going to be the reason why. I don't get it. Like, why do this? I don't know what it accomplished. AEW is all bullshit. Jesus. He won't show that. Taking up the large chunk of the opening part of this show was real boring. I fear for my life. Nothing burger. He's saying exactly what everyone's thinking. Yeah, 100%. I love CM Punk more. Yeah. I think Jungle Boy fell into the category of fucking around and finding out. And I'm not that mad about it. Maybe because I grew up in sports and locker rooms and teammates getting fights all the time. Things get heated. You know, you can get a scrap on the ice and you know, cheers a beer after the game. Again, two guys got heated. Two guys got worked up. That shouldn't have caused fearing for life. That shouldn't have caused firing. That should have turned into business. Tell me when I'm telling lies. The point is, WWE is completely fucking cooking right now. Coming off a record-setting WrestleMania. And that's what you guys have in your back pocket? That's your big hope? That's what you wanted to accomplish? That was what's going to get shit done around here? Whew! Come on! That's why Tony was scared for his life. They're tired. They tried to tie it into the feud. So, yeah. So, everybody just tuning in, we are on a commercial break. This is what's happened. The Bucks were backstage. They cut a promo. They made a few jabs at Punk. I'm sure when I get off stream, I'm going to read that, you know, I didn't get to hear every little comment, but you guys can let me know some of the sarcasm they slipped in there. Talking about the fact that they lost to FTR at All In because they were distracted, because they didn't have time to hydrate. They couldn't pray. They weren't in the right state of mind because of the following. So we get a clip from All In, actual footage, no sound, and it's exactly what I thought it was. Jungle Boy returns from his match. Him and Punk get in each other's face. Punk gives him the shove off. Like sometimes a motherfucker gets too close. Pushed him off. Put him in a headlock. They got separated. You can see Punk yelling at somebody. We're assuming Tony. Tony shit his pants. That was not on camera, by the way. And that was it. That was exactly what Punk described. So now we're the Bucks and Tony backstage at Dynamite high-fiving each other. And I don't know if you guys caught this, but in a media call, Tony tried to make it sound like this was always the plan. We were always going to use this footage. But I got over 280 right now. What do you guys think this accomplished? Does anybody in this chat right now think, well done, fuck Punk, I hope he gets fired from the Fed? Anybody? Tony's life was in danger, though. Not on that footage, Spam Goody. It's funny to say that, but welcome. And folks, while we're in commercial break, let's see if we can get this to 300. I got 280. Come on, we got a few more friends, don't we? Young Tools hurt the company again. This shit is burying AEW. Nick and I said it last night. Finger poke of doom. That will put asses in seat. Funny, Tony Schiavone has a history of these kind of moments. So who's excited for Drew Punk? I know I am. Facts, my friend. And thank you so much, Chair, for the super chat. Remember, folks, super chat is your way to guarantee that you get clicked on. I'm doing my absolute best. And I just saw 301. Let's go. Let's go. Am I being greedy if I ask for 4? Is it possible? Get back to 3. Come on. 8 people left. What's up with that? I didn't scare people away. Get back in here. I turned it off. Well, I wanted to see it. I was curious. And I will be 100% honest with everybody. I am absolutely shocked that it was just straight up footage. And to be honest, if I was producing that segment, the Bucks would have talked over that footage. They would have made little comments. They would have put in little jokes. I would have spoke over that footage if you were going to use that footage. You have everybody at home watching dead silence? Come on. Young Bucks are clowns. Jungle Boy ice cream bars. Let's go. Young Bucks are clowns. Always will be. They are hurting the company. The Bucks, Jericho, the people that have this conflated ego, it's destroying AEW. As we got Renee Paquette and Will Ospreay. What's up, bruv? Jungle Boy ice cream bars. There you go. Too soon. I missed it. Heels was picked up by Netflix. Yes, let's fucking go. I want to know what was going to happen. That's awesome. That makes me happy. It really does. I'm pumped. Ospreay wants to get some shit off his chest. And keep coming. Keep coming, folks. Fill up this chat. Tony Khan was scared because Punk screamed at him. That's what it was. You're a clown. I quit. What the fuck? What did that prove? I'm shocked. Hit that like button. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, he's responding to Triple H. Or is that Daniel? Or is this kind of referring to both? Did I just... Punk was right to start the fight? Yeah. I mean, again, I understand that there's a portion of the fan base out there that is young. But my old ass is going to remind everybody out there, once upon a time, you knew that if you got in somebody's face, you had to expect some type of physicality. You didn't just step to people. It's not like the internet. It's not like you get to troll the way you do now on Twitter, where you can just run your mouth. You can come to a chat and say whatever you want and nobody does shit. Jungle Boy stepped to a grown man's face. And like Punk said, sometimes you can't let somebody be too close. Do I condone? Do I recommend everybody out there getting fights with their coworkers? No. But you have to be aware if you're going to be in a heated situation, you got to be very careful. And I think the Bucks found out the hard way. I think Jack Perry found out the hard way. And at the end of the day, I think Nick said it last night. I'm with him. I'm so completely over it. Okay, so Daniel Bryan said I thought he was responding to the comment about if you don't want to put in the word, the Triple H's comment at Mania. I agree with you, Big Nick. I'm excited for Drew Punk. How could you not be? They're building it wonderfully. I kind of like the Young Bucks. Didn't know they were that petty. We all were like, okay, Josh, they've been petty like that forever. I knew of stories of them in Ring of Honor being petty and difficult and childish. They are these spoiled Cucamonga fuckers that are hurting AEW more than they're helping it. By the way, Will Ospreay is the best fucking promo in the company. Maybe. Is Will Ospreay the best promo in AEW? If not, who? Let's go. Let's go. RVD vibrations. RVD will be on Collision on their 420 show. Just programming note. The more you F around, the more you find out. And that's it. Like, again, I don't condone violence. But shit happens. And again, if you fuck around, you will find out. You want to be a smart ass. You got to expect the person that you're calling out is going to acknowledge that. And maybe you're not used to it. Maybe growing up in Beverly Hills, you don't expect people to step to your face. Maybe being a spoiled rich kid, you never got a fucking whooping. but it is what it is. It went down. It didn't show that CM Punk was lying. It didn't confirm that he was a maniac. It didn't. Has anyone out there mad at CM Punk right now? Is anyone out there going, I can't fucking believe he did that. This is disgusting. And I'm sure when I jump on X or TikTok, I'm going to hear some bleeding hearts of like, you can't just go around pushing people. It's not nice. And then you put him in a chokehold. He could have passed out. His curls could have went straight. It's bullshit. You can't run your mouth. Because I got Julia Hart back on the screen. Vince got punched by Bret Hart, but didn't say I feared for my life. Not only did Vince, and I don't want to say anything positive about Vince McMahon, trust me, but not only did Vince get punched, he knew he was going to get punched. He went in there to take the punch that he had earned. And sometimes you got to take the punch you earn. AEW looks soft. It just proved Punk told the truth. Renee looking good. Renee's always looking good. That Canadian flower. It's the best thing John Moxley ever did. They're really trying to convince us that this is when the best wrestling. I'm really not convinced, Mr. Ospreay. Sorry. They're really trying to convince us that this is the best wrestling. On paper, AEW has a roster that can compete with any company in the world, talent for talent. The MJFs, the Malachi Blacks, the Will Ospreays, they're there. There's a high level of talent. It's why once upon a time, the AEW was banging out programs way better than WWE. But the presentation's down, the vibe is down, the heat is down, even the buzz is down. As here comes Hook. Again, we have an Edge match with Penta that was meh. We had a backstage chat between Edge and his tag team partners at Dynasty. It was okay. It ended awkwardly. Then we go to the Bucks. Okay. Now we get a 6-man with Jericho, Hook, and Shibata. What are we doing? Nope. MJF best promo. Well, MJF, okay, my bad. MJF's not around, so I'll give you that. Number 2, currently active. Nope, that was nothing. And here comes the Lionheart. For all the times he was a fucking heel and the fans were singing Judas, this idiot is now a baby face coming out without Judas. Somebody help me understand. Osprey right, Young Punks. Can they put subtitles at the bottom? I don't. TK afraid for his life after that. What a fraud. Yeah, does that not even strengthen the idea that you slandered him? Does that not strengthen the idea that you were just trying to make him look bad? He is KJ. He just said he was grinding on the boss's daughter. Wait, who? What? Okay, yeah. Okay, thank you. Now I get it, Anthony. Anthony confirming what I thought about Ospreay. Punk is smiling so big right now. So, again, it's like free promo of like, oh, yeah, Punk did that? Did you know he was back in WWE? Oh, fuck, let's go watch that. As here comes everybody's favorite bun, Shibata. What Punk got in Jungle Boy's face? Did we watch the same footage? Yeah, I think so. Punk did walk up to his face. If you're being accurate, Hollywood, yeah. I'm not saying. Let's be clear here. Punk, and we said this when it happened. Punk should have shut his mouth. Punk should have let it go. Punk should have let the kid go back to the dressing room, went out and had his match, and dealt with it later. Truthfully, Punk was trying to get fired. Punk wanted to get fired. Not only that, he kind of screamed, I quit. Punk was done. As here comes Lee Moriarty, Anthony Ogogo, and Shane Taylor. Who are you taking in this match, and why is it Team Jericho for the depressing win? But yeah, 100%. Listen, Punk is not innocent. But I do believe Punk is more honest. I think Punk is more realistic, more mature. And at the end of the day, this is giving me WCW vibes, as my buddy Nick always says. WCW. I call Phil to sue for defamation. Maybe. I don't think he cares. I think he's laughing. The insecurity of AEW in the last 2 weeks, no different than when NXT and Dynamite went head to head and Tony showed all his insecurity on Twitter then. This is nothing but insecure men trying to make themselves feel better. Are they in the back of Gorilla right now high-fiving? Are they celebrating? Jericho has an 7 years left on his contract, bro. He ain't going nowheres. He thinks he's having the best wrestling of his life. Punk can't sue for defamation because he is the only one benefiting from this. Facts, Randolph. He'll end up owing himself money. This is very much like 2000, 2001. Yep. Desperation. And it's funny how much TK and Eric hate each other because TK walk in the same path, come into the wrestling world when everybody was fed up and bored with WWE, give them something new and edgy. And when WWE course corrected and came back, you got desperate, you fell off, your wrestlers wouldn't get in the ring, too much bullshit, too much ego, not enough of a boss, and here we go. It feels very familiar. It feels like deja vu. I'm just waiting for fucking Stephanie McMahon to walk out on Dynamite and remind everybody that it does say Helmsley on the contract, but it's Stephanie McMahon Helmsley. Think about it. Anything with Jericho is currently a bathroom break match. Jericho at one point called himself the demo god. He's officially the demo killer. Punk got in his face, and who started it? Who started it on air during the biggest pay-per-view of AEW's career? That would be Perry. Punk made him answer to that. Again, fuck around, find out. And how many cliches do you want? You mess with the bull, you get the horn. You play with the fire, you get burned. You run with scissors, you poke yourself in the eye. I don't fucking know. Whatever one you want. But that's what it was. And again, I think sometimes the Young Bucks, Jack Perry, Daniel Garcia, some of these really untouchable players in AEW seem like they can do whatever they want. And that when there's ramifications for it, when there's consequences for your behavior, oh my God, I can't believe that happened. Well, now you know. Eric Bischoff is underrated and underappreciated. Again, I agree with that completely, Jay. I like Eric Bischoff a lot, and a guy that can prove that business over everything. He never had to go to WWE after the fact, and yeah, he dropped the ball. He knows he dropped the ball. In his wiser years, he looks back and thought, "Fuck, if I could have done things differently." But again, I think similar to what we said about Tony Khan, WCW was integral for the history of wrestling. If it remained just the way it was, it would have sucked, and it might not even be here now. But Eric forced everybody to be better in the business, and I can't take that away from him. Tony Khan did that as well, but both of them got drowned when as soon as the WWE figures it out and starts running their game, WCW didn't have an answer. Now Tony Khan doesn't seem to have an answer. And what they're doing right now is pitiful. Pitiful. Hire Russo. Couldn't be any worse, Mark. Couldn't be any worse. At least we'll get some, maybe we'll get a Sue on the pole match. What else we got, folks? I see still 270 kicking around with us. We are in pitcher trios match going on right now between Shane Taylor's production, and I don't think anybody cares, but Jericho, Hook, and Shibata. Anybody enjoying this match? I don't know how you feel about it. I don't know if anybody's predicted anything. I'll see if I can find some. But yeah, I can't handle this booking in this position. What did Punk lie about? I'm curious. AEW isn't for sale. Nah. Won't be. Tony's got money. This showed a lack of leadership. Somebody knew Punk was coming in hot. This could have been avoided. Facts. 100%. And beyond that, the fact that it's here now, all these months later, and you want to work it into a storyline? Okay. Okay. I guess. This is bullshit. Why, Jericho? Why? Thinks he's fucking awesome. Just like we heard the Bucks just say, oh, we're generational talent tag team. Yeah, right. And Jericho walking around telling people I'm having the best years of my life. Nope. They buried Jungle Girl. As a grown-ass man, if you disrespect me, especially in public, I have to come see you about it on site. Corey, again, I'm not condoning, I'm not encouraging violence. I'm not condoning AEW stinks tonight. Thank you, Jason. I'm not going to say hello to some of the new people in the chat as well, but I'm not watching AEW till they grow up. AEW, the Toys R Us of fucking wrestling. Yeah, that's valid. And thank you so much for the super chat, Scott. We appreciate your support as always. And be like Scott. Go get yourself some Wrestling for Life network t-shirts. But Shane Taylor and Hook, as we come out of commercial break, and Hook with a huge German. That looks so painful. AEW is in competition with TNA. WWE is in a different stratosphere altogether. If the ratings keep trending the way they are, they're back in a weekly competition with NXT and TNA. Facts. Now, my partner, Nick, who's on here all the time, he makes it clear to everybody that TNA, and so does Anthony, actually, TNA has surpassed AEW. They're putting on better shows. They're not fucking around wasting time. And if they keep doing business with WWE, it's only going to get better for them. Just saw the footage, went exactly like Punk said. James, facts. I wasn't surprised. He came back. I was upset. I was heated, just like I am right now. That was his exact quote. Gets in his face. They start arguing. Jack probably said what Punk said. What are you going to do about it? And Punk went, I'll kill you. And then tried. What was the best fight backstage? Like, legit fight? That's a good question, J-Boy. How did Hook suplex Shane? Very carefully. Thank God Shane's athletic. Shibata kicks Jericho. What the fuck? Why? Shibata kicks Jericho. Didn't mean to. Ospreay, yeah. So again, right now, the WWE is living in AEW rent-free. It's all up onto AEW. It's like an unwanted fucking poodle in heat. It is all over AEW. But yes, Ospreay took a moment to respond to his, what I would imagine. Oh, Jericho pulls Hook off, so here goes the heel turn. That must mean we're getting a heel turn, so we'll get Judas back, stupid asshole. AEW is competition with MLW. It's getting worse. Shibata with the sleeper. So Shane Taylor Productions is going to win. Bubba Ray told a story of Perry disrespecting him. I know Mark Henry has had stories about younger roster being disrespectful. As Hook and Jericho, poor Shibata has to eat an L. Shibata has taken 3 L's in his last 4 matches. And Jericho's a fucking horrible actor. It's killing me, Smalls. Punk was right, and that sounded like a shoot by FTR. I like what FTR did. FTR was the only redeemable quality of the whole situation. It's that simple. FTR came out and said what everybody was thinking. We are sick of it. We are tired of it. Can we move past it? But they're going to lay down on their backs come Dynasty. The Young Bucks are beating FTR for that belt, and Jack Perry is going to be the reason why. And you heard it here first. Did anyone really see the footage? Yes, we all saw the footage. I want to see more. So Shibata and Hook are together and they kick Jericho out. I hate this. MJF going to WWE. A lot of rumors, George. A lot of rumors. We got 288 in this chat. Let's get it to 300. If you got some friends that like wrestling, get them over here. And we got Dustin Rhodes. So that's right, folks. Another main event with a Samoan named Joe and a Rhodes. What are the odds? AEW averages a turn a week. Sin Cara and Simon Gotch just watched that video and said, hold my beer. Bama, there's been far worse. Far worse. You're not wrong, my guy. Fucking Jim Cornette and Santino might have been a more exciting video. AEW is currently limiting comments on Instagram. Not kidding. I believe it. I believe it, Randolph. I believe it. I really wish there was audio. Yeah, absolutely. Can't do it with surveillance, though. But, yeah, it would have been fun to know. But here comes the Rainmaker. Osprey calling out Triple H. Got that one. Good to see you, Phil. Now, I'm going to do something here. We usually do it at the beginning of the show, but with almost 300 people kicking around, I want to say hello to Kay, Sam, Jetty, James Young's in the house. Damien, you're always here. Marvin, Matthew, Sold Out Productions. What was the footage? We'll get to that. Corrine, good to see you. Robert, welcome back. George Sturgis, good to see you. Lots of new names, lots of new faces. Keep it coming, folks. Keep it coming. Don't forget those super chats. That is raining dollar bills in the house. The footage was this, and I will repeat because I know we've been talking about it for a hot minute, but why not? The footage was Jack Perry returns from his match where he had looked in the camera and said, Rio Glass, cry me a river. He walked to the back. Punk came up. They got nose to nose. You could see Joe in the background, a couple of producers, a couple other people. They were verbal for a couple minutes. Then out of nowhere, Punk gave Jack Perry the big old two-hand push. Palms to chest. Perry fell back a couple steps. When he kind of landed or he kind of got his feet behind him, Punk stepped forward, put him in a headlock. They instantly got separated. Wasn't very long. Maybe, what would you say, guys? 5-6 second headlock. They got broken up, and that was the end of it. You could see Punk yelling as he described to what we assume is Tony. Basically might have said something like, you're a clown, I quit. And that was it. That was the end of the footage. That's all we got. And for those who don't know, the Young Bucks pitched to it as the reason they lost it all in was because of this incident. That what CM Punk had done, being a friend of FTR, maybe FTR was behind it all along, which was a fucking stupid thing to say out loud. Oh, everybody picking the Rainmaker, right? Okada, yeah. Argento. TK should go for rehab. Dude is putting too much substance in his system. That cannot be confirmed or denied at this time, Marshall. But he definitely needs some help. He definitely needs some maturing. He definitely needs some coaching. He got in bed with the wrong people. He backed the wrong horses, and it's killing the company. Is anybody even talking about anything happening on Dynamite right now? Is anybody out there? I know I'm not the only fucking stream going. Is anybody talking about, Okada with a big move as he gets a 3? I've heard John Moxley's contract is expired. I don't know if that's true, and I said it before. I'll say it again. Even with the Triple H regime, I do not see Moxley going back to the WWE. To me, I think it's too much of a what's the word I'm looking for? It's too anti John Moxley. It's too much of a structure. He likes his freedom. He wants to do his death matches, and I got no problem with him doing it. As Okada accepting Pac's challenge. Woo! I feel like I haven't shut up. WWE living rent-free in AEW's head. They're living all over AEW. MJF already re-signed. I agree with that, Jed. 100%. I've said that for a long time. As dumb as a lot of things that are happening in AEW have become, they can't be silly enough to let him become a free agent. If nothing else, you're going to pay more to keep him than you were if you hadn't. But here's Pac on the stage. That match sucked and the ending was flat. Facts. But here comes Pac to the ring, but here come the Bucks. Here come the Bucks. Jumping on Pac. Footage is on YouTube. Yeah, I expect it everywhere now. MJF arriving at WWE SummerSlam. It's happening. MJF will be a WWE superstar one day, guys. Super kick to Pac. He's down. Now, we saw one of his friends earlier, Penta. Even CM Punk said that he never touched Jack, so he lied about that. That is complete, factual, incorrect, almighty Adam. He directly said, I didn't punch him, I choked him. He was public. Oh, here's FTR helping Pac. We got a bit of a fight. Oh, Wheeler falls. There goes Nicholas setting up a shatter machine. Okada with his chair. Okay, this is going a bit long. TK got that one. Yeah, that's completely wrong. Unless I read your comment wrong. Punk was very open with the fact that he put hands on him. Already gave this a thumbs up. Gotta go, though. Can't watch AEW so bad. Roddy, don't watch the show. Just listen to me. We're good. We're good. We're good. Big Nick and KJ White are Hall of Famers. Jordan, I appreciate it. Not yet. We're just babies. We're only 2 years old. We just got started. We will be Hall of Famers, but we are just on the ground level still. Stay tuned, and thank you for being a part of it. How many thousands of viewers left once the footage was over? I can't wait for those quarterlies. And I know, well, KJ, the ratings don't matter. Da-da-da-da-da. Well, Rob was over 2 million people, so what's up? What's going on, Jesse? CM Punk chants. I didn't catch that. I talked too much. As Pac and FTR, or Pac, whatever, are laid out, ladies and gentlemen. CM Punk chants, okay. Trying to see if they keep going. So that's what you want. You want one of the top stars in the other company being cheered and chanted in your show. As we are going to Ring of Honor from Friday, Supercard of Honor. CM Punk chants. I'm not sure people defending AEW actually listen to Punk's interview. If anybody out there is defending AEW, Tony Khan and the Young Bucks right now, send them this way. I want to have that conversation. I don't get this. And anybody accusing Punk of lying, that's... Jay, Nick and I have said this a lot. There is a collection of people out there that don't watch the shows. They watch people's responses. They watch clips. And then they go on to TikTok and they go on to YouTube and they act like they have an opinion. And that's what happens a lot. So anybody accusing CM Punk of being a liar might be a little brain dead at this point. No offense. I try and keep it 100, though. Punk couldn't win a fight in the UFC. Now he can't seem to lose one. Yeah, he's 2-0 in backstage scuffles. TK killed AEW. Killing might be actively in the process. As, by the way, we got the Bullet Club cutting a bit of a promo. Still to come, Joe versus Rhodes and Tony Storm up next. Woo, what a fucking night. Heather, good to see you. Welcome on back. Kareen, 5-star afterbirth. There you go. I like that. I like that, Kareen. They just made Punk look iconic. Yeah, that's going viral. That's going viral. The guy in the other company choking out one of your stars and the owner of the company shitting his pants is going to go viral. Does anybody out there feel, and again, we got 260 plus people. Anybody out there feel like good for AEW, and that shows them this is a win for AEW. Anybody, and listen, if you can explain why, I'm listening. Just because I don't agree with you doesn't mean I'm right. It must be nice to be $1 million baby. Well, Gordon, I don't know, but I'm sure it fucking is. Someone call 911. Khan is killing AEW. He's already dead. Oh my God. Crazy shit, folks. What's up with my Roman? Roman dropped the belt. But what I did like about Roman was he finally kind of came out yesterday, I think it was. And it was like, I mourned yesterday. Today is day one. I like it. But his time is coming to an end for now. I don't think we're done with Roman Reigns, but we're done for a little bit. Triple H, Shawn Michaels laughed. Everybody. Hey, did you guys see the post by, was it Waller and Dijak today? Anybody out there catch that? That even the WWE superstars were mocking this? Yeah, I heard there was real glass everywhere. So what you want to talk about? This is one of the most petty, immature, like it's almost up there with like the Huckster and the Nacho Man. Bad. And anybody who remembers that, I definitely just dated myself a little there. Young Bucks killing the business. Facts. Their own fucking business. They're murdering it. Jesus. What are they doing? I don't get it. Not to change subject. I don't know what you said. Rising for live. Let's go. Let's go. Appreciate that, Jesse. TK is dumb. Bottom line. I'll accept that. But, ladies and gentlemen, we are in a commercial break. I'm trying my best to get to as many of the chat messages as I possibly can. Don't forget the super chat. It is there. It's your way to guarantee you get clicked on. But I want to hear all sides. This channel is open to all sides of the debate. Is there any good redeeming qualities of what AEW just did? I'm all ears. Are you enjoying Dynamite tonight? Because it's been all over the place. And I'll be honest, I would admit I'm horribly sidetracked with everything going on with the guy that works at the other company. As we are back with Renee, and we're getting another promo session, Jack Perry should be sued. They just killed his career. Should sue. They just killed his career. It's crazy, but I will remind everybody, we are back tomorrow for TNA Impact. We are back on Friday for SmackDown Rampage. We are back all next week for all your coverage. We got Dynasty coming up. This Friday, we got the Windy City Riot from New Japan. Jack Perry's going to be there. Moxie's going to be there. Stack card, Mustafa Ali. So join us. We will watch that at the same time as SmackDown. And in addition to that, like I said, next weekend, we got Dynasty Rebellion Saturday, Sunday, jam-packed. We are going to be a little quiet this weekend. We're going to take a pause coming out of our marathon mania and still running all week long. Trust me, I'm feeling it. But I thank everybody who tuned in tonight so far. We got Tony Storm on screen. We got Thunder Rosa. Keep that chat going. And if you're watching right now, take our link, take it to your wrestling friends, and let them know about the Wrestling for Life Network. Let's see if we can get that back to 300 tonight. How long do you give AEW? I give it a year. No, I give it more than a year just because of the bankroll. Because they are not relying on like investors. The biggest thing, the biggest issue or hurdle, as Tony throws the wine in Thunder Rosa's face and just starts beating the shit out of her. I feel like we should have saw that coming. Smash her with the tray. Fat bottom girls make, yeah. She is wiping the paint off Thunder Rosa. Okada for the win. Yeah, AEW is not going anywhere anytime soon. Deonna Purrazzo scaring away Tony. Better late than never, says Excalibur. No shit. Oh, Thunder Rosa. Deonna looking good. But Thunder Rosa's wiping away from Deonna. Now Deonna's not happy. So we get a heel turn from Deonna now? But yeah, AEW, I hope they're not going anywhere. Their biggest hurdle is going to be signing the new rights deal. And if oh, here comes Mariah May. If Tony Khan thinks everything's great with his company and he values it up here, and Warner Brother Discovery comes in and says, here's the analytics. We like you guys. We have a good relationship, but here's what you're worth to us. That might be a problem. And if they can't get a new rights deal with Warner Brother Discovery, what do they do? That is a big issue for, and as much as we say Tony Khan doesn't care about ticket sales, doesn't care about the ratings, it's going to come back to burn him if he doesn't care soon. Okada for the win. As here comes Anna Jay to take on Mariah May. I can't take Jay White serious after last week. I feel bad for Jay White, man. I really do. Shad needs to take the checkbook away. Listen, and like I said, I don't want AEW to leave. I don't want it to go away. I just want it to go back to what it was. And Anna Jay is a lady that, man, if NXT could get their hands on Anna Jay, they got a star in the making. Shivani looked totally uncomfortable about the CM Punk segment. He was physically turned away. He physically turned away. That is crazy. He wasn't looking at all. He didn't give a shit. He looked completely disturbed, bothered, annoyed. And they asked him recently what he thought about it. And he said, I don't give a shit. I'm over it. Like, everybody thinks, I think everybody is at the point of just let it the fuck go. You were acting like a jaded ex-lover. You were acting like somebody who's petty. You were acting like a child. Collectively, move on. Forget CM Punk ever existed and put on the best shows you can. CJ Brand in the house. Good to see you, buddy. What a bitch. Oh, man. Yep, he turned away. Yeah, it was awkward. That'll put butts in seats. We said it. This could be one of those moments when they're doing the Dark Side of the Ring AEW edition. This episode could be one of those moments, right? Like, and then they showed the footage. Well, we thought it was a good deal at a time. Like, oh, that was bad. He turned away. Anybody taking, who's taking anybody in this match? Mariah May is going to win, right? Mariah May. Any women on AEW? Well, we just had a thing with Tony and Thunder Rosa. Deonna showed up, but we are getting a match between Anna Jay and Mariah May. TK should have fired the Young Bucks and kept CM Punk. After all-out brawl, AEW would be much better off. Anthony, I agree 100%. And I know there's people that are not going to like it, but I agree. CM Punk was a better choice. Cody Rhodes was a better choice. You guys got to remember, and I know Cody says the right things. I know Cody's very political and methodical, less emotional than CM Punk. Oh, neck breaker over the middle rope. The TNT champion is going to take on the TBS champion next week in a mixed tag match. But yeah, legitimately, if you still had Punk, if you still had Cody, imagine how different your company would feel right now. More ratings, more merch, more ticket sales. And they systematically dismantled it. And the problem is, it doesn't matter how good Jericho thinks he is. It doesn't matter how good the Bucks think they are. They are never going to be what Punk is as far as drawing power. They're not. Nobody gives a fuck about them. Now, Jericho, we once did, but he's lost his goddamn mind. And we were watching this man's fucking midlife crisis. I'm waiting for him to buy a Corvette and start rocking a ponytail. Corey, I love this message. I thank you for it. To all the new subscribers, just remember that the wrestling may suck. The wrestling may suck like tonight's show, but wrestling for life never does. That's right, folks. That is one of our mottos here. We are the wrestling utopia. We are the wrestling friends you can't find in your real life. So be a friend, tell a friend, get as many people to the place that just covers more live wrestling than anybody else out there. Like I said, we're back the rest of this week, then all week long, 7 straight days. Next week, we go 5+. We barely take any days off around here, folks. So thank you for joining us. Thank you for being a part of it. And we'll see what the rest of the show has. I can't believe it's almost over. I've talked for almost 2 hours, and I feel like I've said 7 things about the actual show. Are you doing Battle of the Belts and Collision? We are not, Damien. After WrestleMania last week, and we've been on a run right now, WrestleMania season is a grind. You know, everything from Royal Rumble to all the extra shows to all the extra content. I don't know why I'm giving you a sob story. We love doing this, but we're taking this weekend off. We're not interested in Battle of the Belts. Collision will be there next Saturday, but we will go quiet this weekend. We will be back for Raw, and then all the way through next weekend as we have the 2 pay-per-views, Saturday, Sunday. So thank you for the question, but yes, we are going to be quiet this weekend. Not something we do very often. Being quiet, that is. This is WCW 2000-2001. I think I clicked on that, but I completely agree. WCW was awesome for a short time, not a long time. I loved parts of WCW, but we all saw the downfall of WCW, and it feels very much like this. It feels as more and more fans, more and more talent start migrating over to WWE, the AEW, maybe like WCW, will just continue to get more desperate, more sad, more withdrawn. I don't know. What's up with Saraya? Not much. Again, another big signing that was going to move the needle. Warner Brothers Discovery is being sold. Yeah, they are working on a merger, I believe. I could be wrong, but definitely, again, all these companies just buy other companies. Like, how can we all fake rich? Shad needs to take the checkbook. Got that one. Get in that chat, folks. Don't be quiet. Don't be shy as we come out of picture in picture. Mariah May in control of Thunder Rosa. Of Anna Jay. I think this match would have been better if it was Thunder Rosa, especially because she already got beat up. Here comes the hip attack. Anna Jay moves. I can't take AEW serious after this. I was struggling to do it before this. I like her a lot. I was a huge Saraya fan. AEW Saraya has not been a good thing. Tried to be a babyface, didn't work. Tried to be a heel, didn't work. Now she's hanging out with her brother and Ruby and whoever else. Mariah coming down. Not a bad match. Get Anna Jay to NXT. Oh, please. Please. The girl's got potential. If MJF leaves, then they will be done. MJF would be the proverbial... Again, the company might stick around. They'll keep booking Moxley to death. I do not see MJF leaving. I think he's under contract. My question becomes, when does that contract end? And can he maintain his value to the end of that contract? If he's not under contract, oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Ricky Starks, I say it all the time, Mojo. Ricky Starks has his bags packed. He's ready. You saw him at Mania losing his mind for Cody. He's ready. His bags are packed and out the door. Now there's the hip thrust. Jack is a lucky guy. Yes, he is. Little prick. Nice to have a big wallet, I guess. Could you see Vince joining AEW? No, Vince will never be seen again. Vince is gone. He might buy AEW. Maybe that's why he's selling all his stocks in TKO. He's going to go to Shad Khan with an offer he can't refuse. Shad, I'll give you all the money, and then your kid can stop crying and whining. On behalf of Mariah May and Mercedes Mone, there you go. There you go. Some love for the little booties. Thunder Rosa to WWE. I love Thunder Rosa. I wish they would do more with Thunder Rosa on this channel. Now she is going after the champion, so they finally got that there. I don't think she's going to win, though. I can see Ricky Starks leaving next. I don't know when his contract expires. He's close. NXT needs to take several of the girls from this company. They don't need to, but they're going to. There's definitely talent. Again, when people from AEW say we have the best roster, they're allowed to say that. How often do you see an athlete come out and say, my team sucks? Not very often. Oh, Mariah May, surprised that she won. It was a roll-up finish, a little flat, a little out of left field. But, oh, and a J, locking in the choke. The Queen Slayer. So the babyface jumping the heel. I'm so confused. The only thing for sure is that nobody is leaving yet. Not quite yet. What the? It's Mira Shirakawa from Stardom. What the fuck? Even the girl coming out of the tunnel was confused. Where do I go? What was that? Heel beats babyface. Babyface chokes heel. Stardom babyface comes out, saves heel. Oh, now she wants a champagne toast. And nobody knows who the fuck this lady is. Somebody help me. Somebody save me. Me from the con. Okay, so Stardom Lady is a heel. As she is giving Mariah May some champagne. A little bit of the bubbly. Oh, now they're kissing. What? Okay. So Mariah May, who's been obsessed with Toni Storm, now has this lady. What the fuck? What the fuck? Here comes Alex Marvez. I swear to God, I can say his name. Marvez with the CEO. Well, what the fuck? We got Sasha. Oh my God. This is so bad. This is so bad. Listen, yeah, Jed, I'm with you, buddy. Or Jedi. I'll call you Jed for short, buddy. I agree. I want them. I hate coming on these streams. That me hate's a strong word. But I don't want to come on here and just cut this all up. I don't want to be a negative wrestling fan. We did this because we wanted to bring everyone together and just enjoy the wrestling. But calling out the flaws, and the flaws are coming hard and heavy. Even this situation with Mercedes is bad right now. Ooh. I don't think they'll fold, Craig. No, and I don't want them to. I really don't want them to. Japanese wrestling is overrated. Alexander, that's a debate for another day, I think. This is so fake. She sounds like a heel. This is so bad. Not really, in my humble estimation. Damn, this is pitiful. History does repeat itself. Got to be 10 out of 10. There you go. There you go. We want to cheer for AEW, but it's not what it was in the beginning. I want to cheer, but you can't insult my intelligence. And you can't tell me I need to cheer just because you're doing stuff. We're trying really hard. I don't give a fuck. I want to cheer. I want to support you. And I show up and watch all your shit. I pay for your pay-per-views. I have your merchandise. Did I get a blackout? Did y'all black out? Sasha got jumped and she's a horrible actress. The most overpaid talent in all of wrestling. I don't. Tony Khan is playing action figures, living out his fantasy. Yeah, it becomes a Like, this is his own little thing. He's only trying to entertain him and his friends. Like, they're all back there thrilled. It's Sting. Let's go, William. Rest in peace, AEW. God. Georgia. AEW just damaged itself for the pittiness. It didn't accomplish any other. You know what, to be honest, I don't even know if they damaged themselves, Mojo, because it was so insignificant. I don't even give a fuck. It was so unnecessary. It was dumb. Rest in peace, AEW. Not yet. Not yet. I can feel the entertainment being sucked out of the room. That's not all being sucked out of the room. Fuck. Pause. Joe, Dustin, please salvage something. I hope Joe and Dustin burn it down, but we'll see. AEW is poop juice. Okay. First time I might have heard that. The veterans have to get Tony to stop booking matches. It's crazy. I think the problem is, and I saw it with FTR and I saw it with Dax, and I lost a lot of respect for Dax because when his contract was up, he leveraged everything. And I give him, look, all the respect for leveraging as much as he could to get as much money out of the money mark as he could. But the minute he re-signed that contract, he shut down his podcast. He stopped being controversial. He's out doing raw promos. Again, turncoat. Because the money is so good. I struggle, guys. I really struggle to think that Daniel Bryan, FTR, I know Malachi Black's been having issues and he's been kind of a little more public, but you can't tell me that the veterans like that around Tony Khan don't know that this is shit. They don't care. They're getting paid huge money that they couldn't get from the Fed, and they're barely working. That's it. When Adam Copeland last week said, there's a reason why Okada came here and Ospreay came here, I agree with Triple H. Less bookings, more money. How do you turn that down? That's everybody's dream. Give me a raise to do less of the work I'm doing right now. So that's my take on it. That's, nobody's willing to step to, no one's willing to step to Tony because they don't want the checks to stop coming. OVW better. I haven't watched OVW in a hot minute, but it's probably getting close. The Dark Light Sting might come back. There you go. There we go. But here we goes into the main event. Samoan Joseph and Dustin Rhodes. Interesting choice. Not sure how Dustin earned this opportunity, but what can we say? WWE 2K24 way better LOL than AEW tonight. Adam, just tuning in now. I can't believe anybody thought that was a good idea. The people didn't like Punk still don't. The people who like him like him more. We've done nothing. Adam, I'm with you, man. I've been saying it all night long. We talked about it a lot last night leading into this. What was the point? What was the goal? What was best case scenario? If the Bucks and Tony Khan right now are in the back talking about their big moment, are they happy? Oh, yeah, we got them. We showed the world. What? It didn't change anything. And actually, the only thing I might contradict in your comment, sir, is the idea that people who don't like Punk still don't. You might actually swing some of the diehard tribalists out there of like, this is stupid. You're going to sour some of your fan base. Danielson needs to go back to WWE. I don't know. Maybe. I like him, but Danielson's really got old for me. Someday someone is going to learn from TK's failures and start a real promotion. I hope I am still around to see it. I don't know, man. I never thought AEW was going to be a thing. I thought WCW was going to be the last of it. And the way WWE is just taking over the world, I mean, it's a hard shout. Rumor was Freddie Prinze Jr. was trying to get something off the ground. I mean, there's a couple wrestling companies out there if somebody with a brain wanted to run them. WWE does pay their wrestlers what they do. WWE does pay their wrestlers what they deserve. WWE only uses their wrestlers until they get what they want and let them go. So like every other job, first, I think you were trying to say they don't. The WWE has fair value for their talent. Nobody in WWE is like, we're underpaid. I haven't heard any reports of that. They pay them well. But when Sasha comes in and says, I want Charlotte Flair money, they have a standard. When Will Ospreay wants a certain number or Okada wants a certain number, they are not going to overpay. They will let them go get burned by TK and see where we're at in a couple years. But that's it. When they get to a certain point, like Edge, Adam Copeland's a great example. The WWE would have signed him to not quite a Legends deal, but a part-time deal. You get him a few times a year, and he wanted more. So he has every right to move on to AEW and get more, get paid more, get more bookings. That's good for him. He actually did the opposite of most people. But at the end of the day, yeah, I don't think that overall that has any weight. By the way, we are on the outside of the ring, Dustin and Joe, as Dustin eats the ring post. Dustin Rhodes has done it. He completed the book, the book on tape. There you go. There you go. WWE isn't WCW that overpays their talent. No, again, it's all value. And again, you look at, there's people in AEW making more money than people in WWE, and it blows your mind because of what they're bringing to the table. Here we go. Dustin in this heated rivalry is bleeding everywhere. After everything that's happened here tonight, why not have somebody bleed? Why not just fucking put the cherry on top of the shit sundae at the end of the fucking day? This match should not go more than 5 to 7 minutes. Well, it's got about 9. Blood already. Yep. Again, just keep beating the point home. Juicing already. I mean, they have TNA as an example when they do things like that. Look at TNA, whereas now after all the BS they did. Here's the thing with TNA and AEW. TNA is maximizing everything they can get out of the budget and the talent they have. And that's not a knock on their talent. They have amazing talent. But to be able to bring that talent in and work with them, it's challenging for TNA. Tony is getting the least out of his budget and his roster. He's got all this talent, brags about it all the time. We got Okada. Okada's been meh. We got Ospreay. Ospreay's great. What's he doing? We got Brian, but how much have you built up this feud between him and Brian? I'll accept that, Wyatt. I love it. But that's what it is. Like, we did all the other bullshit that everyone makes fun of us for. So we're going to do one more thing. Who's going to bleed for us? All right. Bring out Dustin. TNA is awesome. Wrestling is awesome. Listen, I love TNA. TNA is great. I know our buddy Anthony, our TNA expert. We like TNA. They put on good shows. And their pay-per-views are outstanding. Their payoffs are good. And a lot of time, because you have a bit of a revolving door with people in and out, you really get payoffs. And I would argue, like, tomorrow night, we will be here live for TNA. We'll compare TNA to AEW tonight. But AEW tonight has been the tale of one thing: CM Punk. And that was a bad decision by ownership, by the creative, and by the EVPs to make CM Punk the topic of tonight's show. You've missed the ball. Even if you put on good matches, nobody's paying attention. Lipstick on a pig, kind of. Ethan Page books better wrestling. I don't doubt it. Ethan Page is a talented guy. I thought they were going to use him more. Again, another guy that Tony. Do you remember when WWE got accused of hoarding talent? I feel like that's Tony's new gimmick. Do you feel like he's just paying a whole bunch of people just so they won't go elsewhere? Feels that way. TNA is using Paul Heyman approach. AEW is using Eric Bischoff approach. That's a fair assessment. I get where you're going with that. I'll take that. TK is supposed to build the brand and not his twisted ego. TK is doing this for him, but he goes out publicly and says he's doing it for us. But the number of people who are growing unhappy with the product are starting to overtake the number of people that are happy with the product. Where do the ratings have to go? 500, 600 before you start thinking maybe I do something different? How small do the crowds have to get? Right? That's my question. At what point is things no longer great in Tony's world? 10 if you want. Yeah, there you go. Meltzer gives tonight's show a 7-star. Yeah, well, we'll find out what cage match. What's the cage match rating? Better than WrestleMania. WrestleMania had nothing on that. CM Punk got over, and he ain't even with the promotion anymore. Brett, facts. Bad decision. Even teasing this was bad. Putting it out was bad. It was a waste of fucking time. The biggest chant of the night was CM Punk's name. There was one earlier in the opening match with Edge and Penta. Some of the fans chanted, "This is awesome." The only other chant that mattered tonight was CM Punk. It was the loudest one in the building. He don't work for you no more. He don't go here. TK got money, plus his father got money. My only question is Tony cut off? Like Shad gave him, here's your 200 million or whatever the fuck. Oh, there you go. Code Red. Good match. But yeah, did he get 200 million or whatever? And then that's all you get. You fuck it up, that's yours. We'll find out. Maybe Vince McMahon is the guy. Fuck. Lucky Jungle Boy's dad wasn't alive to see this. I'm gonna leave that one alone. The show's been awful at best tonight. Awful at best. I love that. At this point, CM Punk can turn piss into wine. Yeah, Punk can do whatever he wants. They could show footage next week of fucking CM Punk taking a shit in the Young Bucks boots. Wouldn't hurt him. Wouldn't hurt him. Teflon Punk. AEW is now a dying company. Fuck, guys. I want to know how many, if you're in the chat right now, if you're a fan of AEW and you're this sour, it's a problem. And I would argue a lot of you guys in the chat right now, around 200 people, guys and girls, a lot of you are AEW fans that are unhappy. The babyface goes and gets a weapon. He wants the title shot so bad, he's going to cheat. He's gushing blood, though. TK is supposed to build the brand, not his twisted ego. Got that one. Dixie Carter was better than TK. Right? What is it? Nick that calls TK? He'll correct me if he's listening. But Southern Dixie. All right, the belt goes away. So that was pointless. They put in these pointless fucking spots. Crossroads gets a huge pop. So the biggest pop of the night was for CM Punk. The second biggest pop was for a move that may be known more for Cody Rhodes than Dustin Rhodes. What a pop on the Crossroads. This match has been the best part. Gotta say, it has been. I agree. Jedi. I know we're talking over it and we're all over the place, but this has been the best match. I don't know if blood was absolutely necessary. Not exactly a blood feud or a heated rivalry, but it is what it is. Dixie Carter is now glad she's not the worst. Very unhappy. Gordon, I'm with you. Scorpio Sky, I believe, is still under contract. Yes. Don't know where he is. Tony should change his name to Marca. Joe gets a chain. The ref turns his back. Joe gets a belt. Hits Dustin with the belt. Turner's an idiot. We're going to get a kick out, though. Oh, no. I love this company. I fucking love this company. Oh, my God. That was really smart by Joe, says Tony. And I think you heard Taz laughing. But we got 1 minute. And Joe, well, so I expect Swerve. Cringe. Tony is the entire cast of the Breakfast Club in one. Except Judd Nelson, because he fucking rocked. Here, Swerve. And Swerve getting the chain. I want to be an AEW fan. I love the industry, but when you have this much talent and produce this bad of a product, gotta call it out. That's what we do here, Jedi. And I know people constantly, whether it's Twitter, Instagram, lots of places, people jump in the chat. Oh, you guys just hate AEW. We don't. We don't. We're like a disappointed father. We're like a disappointed older brother of just shit. You could do so much better. I would love to see these guys in angles and shit that really mattered. I'd love to be excited the way I used to be for Wednesdays. But between your behavior outside of the company, as far as social media and the attitude that you guys carry, not good. And then the product you put in the ring, not good. I think we said today, they're like 3 wins and 14 losses in 2024 as far as the shows they're putting on. Wow, there's no disqualification in the match. There was. The ref looked away for a second because he's an idiot. What a flat ending to that match. Swerve's holding Joe's belt as we go off the air. We're getting a little bit of a rundown. So we might get a little bit of bleed over just for this. The Young Bucks are 100% beating FTR at Dynasty, guys. Nothing will change my mind. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Maybe I'll put something on the line, but you got to do it 3 times, Dustin. Unbroken, I like that. Could be with this kind of decision making. It's 10 p.m. No kick out. I thought they would kick out and then Joe would choke him out or something. It was such a flat ending. That's all. That's all. But ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that is Dynamite tonight. Get in that chat. Give me a rating out of 10. I still see over 200 people hanging out with me tonight. What did you like? Let's start with the positives. We've already talked about all the shit that's going wrong. We know the ship is sinking. Was there any positives tonight? And what is your rating out of 10? We do it for every show, folks. Hey, no run, no overrun. They ran out of shit to do. They ran out of shit to do. Dustin didn't deserve that. He didn't deserve to get the match. Never mind anything else that happened. You have to hit the crossroads 3. Facts. Got you. Someone else said that. Another overrun. Literally, the 2 biggest pops on Dynamite tonight, CM Punk, Cody Rhodes, Crossroads. Ironic, right? Every wrestling company gets their 15 minutes of fame against the WWE and then they fold. I really thought this company was going to be different. I really thought it was going to not be the case. And right now, my optimism is waning. It really is. I want it to consistently be a decent product. I don't expect 10-star bangers every fucking week. But come on. Like, this is just, again, we said it before in this chat. I want to be a fan, but you cannot insult my intelligence. But thank you for being here, Yimmy. TK is such an overflowing roster that he needs to see many 6-man tag matches to try and give everyone some airtime. But here's the thing. You have a tag team division that's null and void. Now, I know we're getting a tournament for it, but your tag team division's been garbage. It's been non-existent. Your trios division, non-existent. So if you actually had structure, this is our tag team division. These are the teams that are currently in it. Here's our trios division. Here's the teams that are currently in it. Here's our mid-card titles. These are the people interested. The lack of structure is killing this company. And the horrible decision-making. No kick out. Got that one. No, I didn't. The Real Wyatt says, thank you so much for the super chat, my friend. AEW was never the same after Cody. Punk helped, though. Cody was the first one. Punk is the second one. MJF could be the third one. Those 3 epic moves. I mean, I don't want to discount Jade in this whole equation either. WWE is picking up talent from AEW. They're almost using AEW like a feeder system. Oh, who's cool? Who's getting hot? Okay, sign them. And they can have our leftovers. And that's kind of, and I don't mean that disrespectfully to the vets, but that's kind of what happened in the Monday Night Wars. WCW signed the old guys with name value. Hogan, Macho Man, Rick Rude. The list went on. You know all the names. You've seen 84 documentaries about it. And WWE used younger talent. maybe lesser known talent in some regards to come up and start a new age. That's what feels like it's happening all over again. Tony's scooping up all the vets, all the people that WWE are kind of moving past. Yeah, you get a sprinkling of some other talent in there, as WCW had, but WWE building for the future. NXT's cooking. The young talent getting involved. The Jades, the Tiffany's, the Braun Breaker coming to the main roster. Carmelo coming up. I think it feels very fucking similar. 2 Marcia out of 10 brandies. There we go. 3 out of 10. Shit show. 3.5 out of 10. This is just sad. The good CM Punk and Crossroads. Jedi, I love it. Dustin will win Ring of Honor world title this year. Stamma, maybe. I don't know why, but he could. I mean, I love Dustin. Dustin's a Hall of Famer. I think when Dustin has a chance, he will be moving over to the WWE to have one more final kick at the can, and then he will retire and go to the Hall of Fame. Eric Tate 3. Wow, a lot of lows. 7. Robert. I love you, Robert, but how did you get to 7? How did you get to 7? Did you give them 1 point for every minute you smiled during the show? No, if you liked it, you liked it. I'm kind of giving you a hard time, but 7 seems high. 5, okay. I'm okay with 5. Was this not the worst Dynamite ever? It was one of the worst Dynamites ever. That's fair. I'll go with you, Sean. It wasn't good. The first hour was slow and boring. Edge ate up 60, 70% of it. The Young Buck shit sucked and didn't deliver. Didn't accomplish anything other than CM Punk chants. I think the best part of the whole show for me was FTR's promo. I thought they did well. I thought FTR delivered a lot of what the fans are thinking. We're sick of this shit. We're over it. This is garbage. Can we move on? I don't know, man. You have anything bad to say about AEW? You're a tribalist or a hater. I want it to be good. These days, I would rather watch old NWA matches than what's like on AEW. And that's fair. And I think that's too often the easy out. Well, tonight was a bad show. Oh, you hate AEW. You're a hater. You just love WWE. No. We can go back through our archives and watch the times where we were just trashing WWE because Vince McMahon was kicking the fucking can all the way down the street, had no clue what he was doing, even destroyed NXT, turned it into the Rainbow brand. Didn't work. But times have changed. And if Tony can't accept that he is not doing as good as he thinks he is, it's horrible. It's unfortunate. It's like watching someone fuck up and you're trying to help them out. And they're like, I got it. You're like, no, you don't. We're watching you not get it. Happy birthday, Keyshawn. Yeah, shout out, Keyshawn. Big happy birthday to you, buddy. Had fun watching with you guys. Love the chatter. Glad I found the channel. We're glad you found us too. Be a friend. Tell a friend. We are back tomorrow. We are back on Friday for SmackDown. We are back all week long. We got so much coming your way, folks. And I am going to try and get to these messages before I say goodbye. Empty the locker room. Whoop, whoop. Just made Don Callis head of creative. He was better running Impact and in ECW Cyrus, the virus. Listen, look. Don Callis is a bit of a controversial character and has got himself into some hot water. But there is a creative man there. He's a veteran. He's been around. But even the stuff with his family, like the Don Callis family shit sucked. Why is Osprey just ran through them all? They should disband. But I think Don Callis is another example of a guy you could get more out of. But Tony doesn't want to. The show is not booked with any cohesion. They are not working together. It's a bunch of people in a rowboat all rowing their own way. And they're not getting anywhere. They're fucking rowing in circles. This was one of the worst Dynamites ever. 2.5 out of 10. 6.5 out of 10. That ending did not need an overrun. It might have had one for like 60 seconds. This time, I'm waiting for Ronda Rousey to show up in AEW. This time, Rhodes couldn't beat a Joe. There you go. The Samoans got revenge on Dynamite tonight. 5.5 out of 10, 7 out of 10, 2, 3.5, 4, 8 out of 10, says Howard. Howard, how did you get to 8? How did you get to 8? It's so high. 2.5. I think 2.5 is like super low. 1.7. 6.5. I'm gonna go 4.5. And I don't even know what the half point is. Half point just because I like Dustin Rhodes. I'm gonna give it 4 points. I'll give it 2 points. I'll give 1 point for FTR, 1 point for Joe and Dusty, 1 point for the CM Punk chant, and 1 point for the pop on the Crossroads. So they're getting 4 points from me. That's it. 4 out of 10 tonight. And that, to me, I think is generous. Again, and I don't mean to knock anybody's choices or preferences. I'm always curious. Like, you watched that show tonight and you were like, that was really good. It's okay if you're an AEW fan to say it wasn't very good. 5 out of 10. Yes, swerve, like, and subscribe. We ask you all the time, folks. Do it, do it, do it. Danny, 5.7.75. Thank you for that, Danny. So, again, 5s. Listen, the consensus is this. 2 out of like 50 people gave this more than a 5. Got that one. 3 out of 10. Shit show. 3.5. This was just sad. And the truth is, this big thing they've been hyping up all week for this show was what ends up overshadowing the show. You know what? If I rewatch Dynamite minus that spot, maybe, and the fans, I know you guys in the chat are going to say, fuck no, don't do it. Maybe there was some more redeeming qualities that I missed, but we were so caught up in that footage. I don't get it. I'm at a fucking loss. The good CM Punk and the Crossroads got that one. 5.75. There you go. That's fair, Danny. 2, 6 panes of glass out of 10. Yeah, I'm going to give it 4 chokeholds out of 10 tonight. 6 out of 10. He beat me to it. Joe match best and worst. Bucks to 33 out of 10. That's not right? 3.3 out of 10, maybe. Go away, W. No, don't go away. Just get better. Get better, be better. Well, Roman did say you ain't winning with that move. It sucks. Fair enough. Oh, another super chat. I think I got that one. Punk help though. Got it. Thank you so much again. All right, I'm going to rapid fire through some of these folks so we can pack up and head out the door. AEW is folding next. Everybody can't go to WWE. Yeah, I do not want them to fold, guys. I want my Wednesday night show. I want the alternative programming to WWE. WWE is not always going to be this hot. They are going to come into ebbs and flows. It happens. So I want an alternative that's also offering some entertainment. And I don't want WWE to have how many W's? WWE, I don't want them to have a monopoly because that's when they get lazy and complacent. You're at your best when you have competition. You're at your best when you get pushed. KJ and the Wrestling for Life, 10 out of 10, the best thing on YouTube. Knoxville, we love you for it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. AEW is full and got that one. Kid Revos, what did you say? As Roman said on Sunday, I should have known better than to use that move. That move beats nobody. I thought that was funny. Adam Cole will save it. I'm looking for an LOL or a laughing emoji. I don't think Adam Cole's enough. We need Seth versus Kenny. Maybe one day. But again, does Kenny work in a system where he's got bosses? Does Kenny work in a system where he's got to do what he's told? Will he give up the freedom that he gets from Tony Khan? And would WWE pay Kenny as much as TK would pay Kenny? Cody, Punk, Jade, Andrade, all were at WrestleMania this year. Facts. And all of them looked phenomenal at WrestleMania this year in addition to that. AEW needs Kenny Omega back soon. They need Kenny. They need MJF. There's a hole in their soul without MJF. Jungle Boy ruined Jungle Boy's career. Truth. Actually, his friends might have actually made it worse. They might have helped. Attitude Era was a lot of WCW young cats that Vince gave a chance to. Stone Cold Taker. Exactly. So now you see Jade. Maybe we get a Ricky Starks. I know Lexus King's still trying to figure his shit out. But I think you'll see more of this. You know, you got William Regal out there. You got your scouts that are going to be watching and paying attention. Oh, we'll take that. We'll take that person. They have potential. and they will do signings on potential and see what happens. Wilmer, all about the Punk. Daniel, I can't wash the stink off. Yeah, it had some stank on it. Oh my God. Omega. Oh my God. Omega needs to come back and save the show. I don't know if he's enough. You need to inject the show with interesting shit. Tonight wasn't it. Tonight sucked bad. AEW has muskets and a few cannons. WWE has the nukes. Wardlow, another guy gonna end up in WWE, super over, then off TV, acclaim, super over, then off TV. That's what happens when you don't know the book. MJF, best heel in the business, face turn, bad angle, off TV. Really hope the trend doesn't continue with Swerve. Jay, I hear you, my guy. I really do. And I want Swerve to win this belt from Joe. I really think All In needs Swerve and Ospreay, but we'll see. We'll see. But they have hurt more stars than they've helped. And as much as Jericho thinks he's out there getting people over, he's not. They have put out more rising talent than anybody. 0 out of 10. Yeah, 6 out of 10. Sorry, folks, I got to skip a few of these, but y'all come back now. And it was bad tonight, KJ, but you got me through it. Sean, I appreciate that, man. Just talking shit. But calling it the way I see it. Hits Dustin with the belt, wins, got that one. Did Drew sign a new contract? Rumor is he has not. And as much as people think, Drew to AEW, it's not happening. 2 out of 10. I haven't heard any reports that he did officially sign, though. AEW already took the footage down off Twitter. Fucking right they did. This was a bad move. This is dumb. I can't wait till Punk starts tweeting about it. Starts fucking with it. Making little jokes about it. They're only helping the guy get over. Tony hired that guy and let him let go from TNA. Fair enough. I found out KJ is Canadian. Very much so. It hurt a bit. Oh, why? I'm still good. But it's all good. That's all right. I'm up from the big friendly north. So don't worry. We got our problems. We're trying to figure them out. Anyone else hoping WWE does a backstage altercation angle with Punk and Drew? Yes. They should do it on surveillance. You know when they do like they'll do it at the Performance Center and they'll use the footage from the Performance Center? That's what we need. -1, Anthony. And he's like, I'm watching NXT, not watching AEW. Forget this shit. Rest in peace, Jack Perry's wrestling career, January 1, 2019 to April 10, 2024. What? Dying 8. I don't know how we got an 8. I don't. No offense. But even if you loved AEW, you had to be sitting there bored at some point tonight. FTR was the best thing on the show tonight, and I'm not a fan of theirs. I was a fan of theirs. They're starting to piss me off, though. And they're going to do a job to Bucks at Dynasty, so it's sad. Have a good night, Stoner Jesus. Sounds like a 3 out of 10. All right, folks, I got to pack it in. You guys are amazing. Seeing all these chat. I'm blown away. We hit over 300 tonight, ladies and gentlemen. And you guys are huge for doing that. We appreciate the love. We appreciate you guys being here. As we always say, be a friend, tell a friend. KJ gets better ratings than TK. Facts. I'll take that because I know what I'm doing. But no, come back tomorrow. Come back the next day. Make sure you hit that like. Make sure you hit that subscribe. And we got more content, more fun stuff. And we're not going to stop. We truly watch more live wrestling than anybody else out there. We are the Wrestling Utopia. Danny, AEW needs Jamie Hayter. That'd be nice. MJF, Adam Cole, Kenny Omega. They got lots of talent, but if they come back and do nothing, there's no point. We just lose it, right? Again, they're hurting more stars than helping. If they all come together and kumbaya, we might get a better show. We'll find out. We'll talk about Becky some other day. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was AEW Dynamite. That was the infamous footage. Now we're all in the know. You can jump on Twitter. You can jump on Instagram. You can jump on TikTok. Pick your side. Pick your tribe. No, I'm just kidding. It is ridiculous. Tony Khan, that was one of the worst things we've ever covered on this channel, on live streams. But the wrestling might suck. We never do. Thank you for making this an amazing night, guys. Have a good night. And until then, I'll see you on the flip side.